Thank you and welcome back to the final segment of the show for today. The topic today is encouraging African American youth, and we're talking to Pastor Daniel Hayes and Brother Richard Coure from John Wesley United Methodist Church. And of course, I think that Reverend Hayes has a program that he has developed in reference to efforts to encourage young African Americans. So let's start off with you, Brother Hayes, by having you to give us some information in reference to the conception of your program and anything that you'd like to deliver in reference to that, and Brother Coure will help develop that. One of
the things several years ago, I looked into a program of turning boys into gentlemen. We seem to be losing that gentleman way. Yes, and making sure that our kids know the yes ma'ams and the no sirs and thank you, and know how to dress, how to pull their clothes up, how to eat with the correct silverware and things like that. So I looked at a program that I wanted to make sure that would I felt that would touch our kids' life, and it is called Young Gentlemen. And this program is to turn boys into young, not just men, but gentlemen. So they would know how to carry themselves, know how to act, and know how to respond to all things in life. And I feel that it would take them a long way. I talked with Coach Coure, who is the president of the United Methodist Men at John Wesley United Methodist Church. And what better organization that can come together and embrace boys and help them to become the men that they can become. So the United Methodist Men is just excited about helping the boys in our community, and we want everyone to know it's not just about John Wesley. Anyone can bring their boys from the ages 6 to 15 to join the Young Gentleman Ministry at John Wesley. They don't have to be a member. We just want them to be part of the ministry so they can grow, and parents can see a difference in their children. They can see a difference in their young boys, and they can see how they would change in life. They won't have to worry about them wearing their pants down. They don't have to worry about them having guns all the time. They won't have to worry about them using language that is inappropriate. So those are some of the things that we want to make sure that our young men are learning. And Coach Coure and the other United Methodist Men have embraced it and are doing an excellent job. And at our last meeting, our first meeting, which was last month, we had 9 men to show up, and I just thought that was great.
Very good. Brother Coure.
Okay, when Pastor Hayes came to our Methodist men's meeting and presented this proposal to us, that just got me to thinking about, back several years ago during the summer, I used to work for the Mayor's Youth Patrol and Urban League. And I got thinking about, boy, what a great way that we can teach job readiness skills, because a lot of our young people do not have those skills. Also, conflict resolutions, and just various topics that young men need to know right now. Also, building self-esteem. Positive self-esteem is one of the big things that we need to have, because if you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to go out and be able to present yourself in a successful manner. And so I said, wow, we can do this, and also teach our young people, our young men, personal hygiene, how as they grow older, they go through different type of changes throughout their body, and they have to do certain things. So all of this fits right into what we were doing with the Urban League and the Mayor's Youth Patrol, and also showing them how successful work. You build on success. If you're successful in working, you're going to be successful in life, and you have to just keep right on building. Now, if you're not successful, there's another way of doing it. you can fake it till you make it. You know, you can pretend that you are successful. Just go ahead, then finally when pieces start falling together, and you say, boy, I did it. I did it the right way. You know, you can go ahead and make it throughout life.
You know, each time that we talk about this as a topic, I like to raise the question in terms of educational, not only educational, but job opportunities for many of our young people, which is to say that we have a large unemployed area of young people. And do you think that it would be cost effective in a real sense for the government, either city government, national government, or whatever, to provide some kind of jobs for some of these young people?
I think that would always be great, because it teaches them as youth how to start working, and it builds a character in them that when they go out, they know that, hey, I'm becoming a man. I can work. I got to earn my way. And so, yes, it teaches them, and it embraces them to be on a workforce, not just out there doing something to make some money or to ease some money out of something else, but here they are working, earning. Here they are being respectful. Here they are saying that I am somebody and I'm doing it the right way. And it makes everybody proud when we see our kids doing it the right way, when we see them learning, when we see them earning, and when we see them saying, I can be all that I want to be and all that God wants me to be. That's what we're trying to do. And so I'm just thankful for the men at John Wesley for the effort that they're putting in this and trying to embrace our youth and want to see them become the best young men around.
Well, on dealing with jobs, you know, it's one thing that I'm looking at is that under President Obama, he had some various policies that he wanted to get through, but because of obstruction during his presidency, he wanted to create more jobs and for the inner city infrastructure and so forth. By creating more jobs to rebuild our infrastructure and doing everything else, we'll hire more people. And also, you see that people want to cut taxes. Now, back in the 60s and 70s, we had a program called the CETA program, where various youth, if they had to fit a certain category, had summer jobs. And we got those young people from the various schools, but they don't do it anymore. And I think that's one thing that you're leading up to, is that we don't have the jobs in the black community. That's why the unemployment is very high in our community. And I think one of the things that happened is that they said the federal government didn't have any money. I remember back around in the mid-90s, we had a discussion with one of the teachers. I had a discussion with one of the teachers at Whites Creek. And he was complaining about paying too much taxes. And you know, taxes, some of the taxes that we use would go toward providing jobs for our young people. And I looked at him and I said, look, that's the last thing on my mind. I don't worry about paying taxes. I'm happy I have a job. Now, I know that some of these taxes that I pay is going to go back and help people who are less fortunate. So the amount of taxes I pay doesn't matter, and it's not hurting me anyway. They just thought the tax rate was too high. And so those type of things, you know, if we can go back and provide jobs for young people in all the communities, it's going to make a better place for everyone.
That's why we say it's more cost effective to provide them a job than to send them to prison.
Right.
Because if you send them to prison, you know, I think they talk about $50,000 a year to house a prison, et cetera, and you could take $5,000 of that money and save a youth, you see. And so, but that's what I wanted to get across today, to have the two of you talk about some of the challenges that our youth are facing and how we might be able to encourage them. And I think both of you have laid out some good programs in reference to what can be done, things that we've done prior to this time, but now it seems that it's no longer important that we do so.
Then also, we need to bring back vocation.
Okay, and let me, and I think that this is about all that we have for today. And let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.